Hey guys, we're back again, and I wanted to show you the progress that we've made. Haven't done a video in a little bit um, because we have a lot of work going on here. When you're doing this by yourself with your family, it is a bit of work. So let's take a look at what we've done so far. So what you're looking at is about, I would say about week and a half, well, about 2 weeks worth of work. And I don't remember even where I left off, but ultimately we raised our piers here, we poured them, we did our floor joists here, we started laying our decking down, and we left one side open over here because we want to have access with the tractor, particularly so we can raise up our beams, our header beams along the top of these 8x8 piers. So today, I just want to let you know what we're doing. Today, what we're doing is we are going to start to make some changes. We're going to come in here and finish off these, some of this decking, this subfloor. But we're also going to get this plastic down a little more permanent. Now, it is not permanent, but it is going to be down for a while as we get a lot of rain around here. We never know when the rain's going to come. We don't want it to damage our subfloor. So we're going to staple down this, and we're going to start to make this a little bit of like a makeshift, well, it's the only place we got to put our tools and store stuff and, you know, build some, a way to wash our hands and maybe take a quick shower. You know, if you're hot and stuff like that. It's getting into mid-May now. In another month or so, it'll probably be almost 90 degrees and it gets kind of hot. So we want to start building that out. So let's take a quick walk here real quick. Let me show you. This left side of the building here, back in here, we're doing a what is our utility room. Now, the utility room for this building has got to be fairly large because, if you remember, that we are totally off grid. So there are two main components to being off grid: electric and water. Those items require we have space to run water and to run the power. Obviously, doing solar, you have batteries, you have inverters, you have a AC panel that runs to the rest of the building. We have panels on the roof, but this area is designated for the utility room for that area. So we're going to build our first wall today on the rear here. We're not going to have any windows out the back here because it's a utility room and because we're not really looking at anything, because right behind there, once we get this old tree down, right behind there, we're going to put our first water tanks. We're going to collect rainwater and then treat it. So we're going to have an area here for filters and stuff like that. So that's a pretty good size area, probably. This segment of this building is 16 feet wide, this area here. Not really sure yet until we do our measurements to see exactly how deep this is going to be. Sometimes, I think I mentioned before, sometimes the design of the interior layout is best done when you're standing there. I mean, we kind of know. Obviously, we can't put up any walls and everything else because we have windows to consider. And if you haven't done any good layout, it's going to be hard to place your windows in your exterior walls. Now, you can not frame the windows in and then just put your walls up and then go in later. It's a lot harder to do that. We don't really want to do that. So anyway, we have a rough idea where it's going to go, and we're going to lay that out today and then maybe lay out a sidewall today if we have enough time and start to get this thing framed off the ground, and then we will come in and eventually lay our top beams, our headers here on these 8x8s. But we've been very pleased with the way this has come out. It is a lot of work doing a subfloor versus doing concrete. May have mentioned in the past why we did it this way, but anyway, we're going to get started for today, and we'll show you how it goes. His Nature crew. We'll see how this goes. Not quite sure. The ambulance isn't that far away. What do you think about the crew? I don't know about this crew right here. Trippy Claus and
I feel sorry for you.
well, I have faith.
Because we are what you got.
It's all right.
Hey.
Hey.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm great at this.
Oh, you are great.
All right, you
are.
two, you
I'm
ready to
so
go?
Sorry.
Feel sorry for me because I have you.
Oh, hey, you know, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I just was tripping, and so when you're tripping, and then you're watching, you know, it's, I don't know. I've always had a problem of being a little too silly, so.
So this is our project for today. All right, so what we're gonna do is can you ladies clear this plastic back?
Yes, sir.
Get rid of the water and then,
Why did you cover this much, but you didn't cover over there?
because we don't really care about the beams. We care only about the deck here because the beams are fine.
Yeah.
So, all right, so let's clear this back. Let's get this ready and we'll be back in a minute.
Go on this side a little bit. Like scoot this side a little. No, like. Yeah. Is this good?
No.
Dad, is this good? What's that good?
It is good. So what are you guys doing?
We're making a floor.
You line it up. You're gonna make your cut. Put
Yes,
your
sir.
you put your floor in. Okay.
You measure right here, and
No.
I'll do it that. Okay.
It's got to be. Hey guys, I'll be honest with you. I think you don't need to cut it.
Oh, wow.
Nope, I don't think you need to cut it. Well, you may need to cut it.
Well.
So do you see right here? It's got to fit in the lip, and it's hitting here. So all you got to do, Abby, is cut the lip off in that area.
Okay. So, Mom, you want to get the cutter?
Cut. Yep. So you guys gonna do it?
Yes.
All right. So we're doing that subfloor. My girls are doing the subfloor.
Mother's Day's coming.
Mother's Day's coming. They're carrying the wood, gluing it down. You gotta mark it or back it off so you know where you're cutting. Okay.
Well, are we just doing
Mark
the
it
lip
with a
though?
pencil. You gotta mark it with a pencil so you know where you're cutting.
Okay, I'll get it.
Just mark it real quick, okay? As I said, as I thought, it's a little off from front to back. You're about a couple inches, probably 2 inches off. Whereas those front ones there needed about 2 inches. Here, they're 0.
Well, one thing I'm thankful for today is a fan.
Is what?
It's the fan behind us.
Fan works, doesn't
Because
it?
it is getting hot.
There you go.
And it's just humid.
It just needs to be
All right, ladies, let's see what you got.
the edge and then right here.
So let's back off this thing so she, Miss Darling, you got to take this away. You can't cut it until you pull this away. So Abby, you can grab that with her.
Just to make you feel good, I did recognize that.
Okay.
You just beat me to it. That's right, I did.
I would take a little bit more than just that. Yeah.
Is that what she marked?
Seems kind of big to me. All right, so we got that cut, and now our crack team here is gluing up the floor. We use we glue down our floor because it helps with squeaking. It also, believe it or not, it will tighten the building up. I know you wouldn't think that, but that glue really does tighten the building up. It really prevents any racking. I mean, of course the nails do. Now we're nailing this down. We're not screwing our floor down. If we screwed it, that'd probably help a bit. But the glue really does make a difference with that. So I got it. So we're just gluing it down, and we're finishing. This is our second section that we finished here of our decking. We have one more section here. Now you're probably wondering, well, why in the heck isn't this framed? Well, there's a reason why. We didn't frame this up right here because we need to get it's called a lull. And a lull is essentially a bucket crane, essentially. It's both. And we need to be able to get up to hang these headers. These are going from each 8x8 post that you see. There's going to be a header, an 8x8 header going from the left to the right there on your screen. The problem is we got to lift them up and put them in place and then screw them through both. We got one there, and we got one there, and we got one here, and we got 8 of them total. Well, we need to get the lull close enough, so this allows us to get that lull right in here close enough to access that, and then we can do this floor as well. So it's kind of a little strategic the way we're doing this. There's no real reason to have to finish that. Plus, honestly, you see we got some of our walls up and our windows framed in. You get to see us. Sometimes you want to change when you're working. You really don't want to. You know, you get tired of doing the same old, same old. So sometimes I like doing the walls. Sometimes I like doing the floor, the joists. Sometimes I like cleaning up. You know, just to just make everything a little easier. So anyway, that's kind of how we mix it up a little bit here.